What's up, what's up? I'm RENZ Davis, and welcome to another RENZ Reactions. Dang, that's good. So, on today's episode, I am doing another Michael the Zen-Dragon reaction. Should call it a Zen action, or a RENZ Zen reaction. We'll figure out we'll play with the words here and there. Who knows? But on this one, I'm doing Kung Fu versus Karate. This one is a match. I'm excited to see it. It's a little bit of a longer one. I don't mind because, hey, he's a good guy and he has a good show to put on. Without further ado, let's commence. In the blue corner, we have Simon Dam, a Kyokushin fighter. We don't know much about Simon, but we assure you the action will be there. Ooh, nice kick. He looks very serial, man. In the red corner, we have Michael the Zen-Dragon. I can't pronounce that last name. A Kung Fu fighter from Zen-Dragon YouTube. Nice combination. I actually really like that little hook into the obscure elbow. One of my preferred favorites as well. He looks ready to throw some awesome strikes. The moment of truth. Round one. Begin. Looking pretty good. We have Michael Zen-Dragon with the white shin guards versus Simon Dam with the black shin guards. Both are doing a pretty good job so far. They're both utilizing some outfighting. Nice round kick. That distance starting to get closed. And first takedown fight looked very willing on both ends to go down. And they separate. Back to the feet. Both are at a very good distance where they can start striking and counter-striking, which isn't a bad thing, very good thing. Both are throwing kicks, most of them meeting air. Alright, here we are. Good circling. Michael is throwing a lot more volume. It looks like he really wants to get in there and start landing. Let's go see. Good spin, but hits air. Nice spinning back fist. Ooh, that looked like a nice spinning wheel kick. Spinning wheel kick return, but nothing met. Good bicycle kick and a round kick to the head. Oh, nice little hip throw. And it was reversed by Simon. And they separate back to the feet. The suspense is killing me, guys, just saying. Now, Simon really needs to close that distance. It looks like he is a little hesitant to go in there, and I can't blame him because Michael is throwing volume with these really good strikes. Ooh, nice. Alternate angle. Good body kick. That bicycle kick, very nice. and then the head kick with the round. There's that hip throw. Kind of looked like head and... Excuse me. Okay, they touch gloves. It's still round one. Good leg kick, but he needs to follow up. He can't just throw one and done. Another leg kick, one and done. Leg kicks returned. Ooh, goes for the head kick. Ooh, is that an outside crescent kick? See, Simon is throwing these strikes, but it doesn't seem like he's trying to throw to land. Like he's just trying to get a little bit of respect. He caught him and goes right down. Getting into a bit of a... and right into guard. And looks like he's trying to just pass or get himself separated. Okay, he's getting separated. They're back to their feet.
And time.
Good inside leg kick, and that's the sound of the bell for round number one. Ooh, that was a rough round for Simon. Michael was doing a very good job maintaining a certain amount of distance to keep striking and landing. That was the important thing. Ooh, that was a good kick right there. That bicycle kick didn't quite land, but definitely pushed him back a bit. And that throw, that is a gorgeous throw. I was about to say it looked like a scarf throw, but it also looked like it might be a head and arm kind of hip throw. Very Greco style. Was that a side kick? That looked like a side kick. And my correction, that actually looked like it might have been right there. That could have been an outside axe kick. And then he got taken down from that. It happens, not a big deal. No worries. The important thing is he recovered a position after Simon started separating. Now we're on to round two. Fight. Ooh, that was a powerful inside leg kick. Wind up for the side kick. Looks like Simon's trying to get himself a little bit of energy to go back into charging. Like for a karate person, I'm kind of surprised he's not blitzing a little bit more. Okay, they touch gloves. Ready to engage again. Good outside leg kick. Ooh, almost got a wheel kick in there, it looks like. And looks like Simon was getting geared up to start attacking a combo, but he got interrupted. Very nice. Michael is doing a lot of volume striking, and it is just very nicely played. Like, the way he's doing combos is what's really amazing. It's not like he's going for simple strikes. He's going for a little bit more intricate, like, the volume he's throwing is almost like very round, like very wheel style. But not all of his kicks are wheel kicks or round kicks. Some of them are more linear, like side kicks. And he's even throwing like a style of like boxing into it as well with his hands, which is really delightful to see. Nothing but air, Simon. You're killing me, buddy. One karate black belt to another. Come on, man. Gotta sweep the leg. I think he heard me. Okay. Ooh, that was a nice jumping round kick. Nothing but air, though. Going for the takedown. Good alternate angles, showing some of the action from prior moments. And boom. And they separate. Back to the stand-up. Nice outside leg kick. Tries to go for the body kick. Excuse me. Must be all the Red Bull. I can start hearing them breathing a little heavy. I can't tell if it's Michael or Simon right now. And that concludes round number 2. Man, they are really putting an effort on. I mean, if I had to give points right now on who's winning on points, I would have to give it to Michael. He's definitely been a bit better with the counter strikes. He's been a little bit better with engaging, but more importantly, he's been controlling the distance. Had Simon done something on the ground to really, like, you know, kind of push the pace, it'd be a different story. Ooh, that was a nice round kick. Just came up like a little swivel. Michael's doing everything right. He's playing a very smart game. He's using very good lateral movement. And every time he gets taken down, he's getting back up. Is getting separated, and they just get right back to the feet. Ooh, nice round kick into a very, what was that, 360 kick? I think Simon might be a little snake bit. Like, he's very hesitant to, like, try and move in to land actual strikes. I guess in this case, he might be dragon bit. In that clinch area, goes for the takedown, and they're both back to their feet. Looked like he was trying to go for a side kick on Michael. Simon needs to load up on more combos. He needs to, like, really set up his combos, because I feel like Michael is able to predict a lot of what Simon's doing. There's no surprise in what Simon's doing, which is why Michael's getting the better of him every time. Michael, on the other hand, is keeping Simon guessing each and every moment. And that's kind of like the benefit of using such intricate techniques as like a form of combos. It's very hard to keep track of, is he going to throw a jab across, or what the heck is that thing coming around my head? Ooh, that kick right there. Love it. Good body kick. Back to the main action. Ooh, nice head kick. He is landing that head kick all day. Simon goes for the spin, misses. Oh, finally got himself, what was that, a body kick? Simon really needs to work on his entries into getting strikes to land. It's an unfortunate thing. And that concludes round 3. That was a good performance. Now, it goes without saying that was a very unanimous performance. Like, you know, I hate to go against a karate guy, me being a karate guy myself. But Michael, you definitely had a hard-fought one. That was very well played, very spectacular. Like, you ran the gamut on that guy, no problemo. Winner and the Zen-Dragon. Michael wins it. Zen-Dragon champion. Woo! Encore! Bravissimo! That was a really good fight. I really liked it. The first time I had heard of this particular one, I thought it was not necessarily a fight. I thought it was going to be more like a sparring thing. So I kind of like was thinking, man, this should be interesting to watch. And then finally, upon watching it, I was like, wow, they are really they are really going at it. Really good strikes, really good finesse on a lot of the stuff that Michael was doing. I felt kind of bad for Simon. It felt like he was snake bit or dragon bit, and he just couldn't get that distance close. He couldn't get his blitzes in, and he just kept getting found out. Like, it's a real bummer when you're sparring someone and you start losing a bit of your steam, and you just think, all right, just go with the basics. Well, you know, someone like Michael, he's got like finesse behind him. He's got a very particular style where like one person's basics is not going to cut it. But my goodness, like Michael was really throwing on quite the clinic. Like the best example I could think of off the top of the head is Yair Rodriguez. He's a very good Taekwondo MMA fighter, and the way that Michael was fighting in this particular video kind of remind me of that. Just throwing out like the basics and going more for finesse techniques. Just really like charging through him, making him guess what am I going to do next. And in the end, that's how you can win a fight pretty easily sometimes. Not all the times. You know, there's two trains of thought, in my opinion. There's the meat and potatoes, but then there's also the prime rib in au gratin. Yeah, the meat and potatoes will get you to the dance. It'll get you like through like the main parts of fights. But if you have someone that's really, really good, meat and potatoes is not going to exactly finagle. It's not going to make you think, oh, wow, I can totally take this on. Cool. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Travel safely. Rock on.
To win, I knew you'd definitely have some moments of seeing the traditional stuff work in the context of an actual fight. Yeah.
Indeed. It's actually funny that you kind of put it that way. That's actually a very nice segue to some of the other questions. Like Simon, it was what was his name? Simon Dam, correct?
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a great performance. Like the first time I watched that, I was impressed very much with your strategy. Like, in your, what was your strategy going into that particular contest? Because whatever you were thinking and whatever you were planning, when you get punched once can kind of change your strategy, but it looked like you were following it to the T.
Well, so if you know, it's mostly a striking matchup.
Yeah.
Spoilers to those who haven't seen it. But you'll notice that whenever we go to the ground, which happens a few times, I'm trying to cling on to him. And that's because I really wanted to pursue the ground game if we ended up there. Because I've done some no-gi Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training. And I knew that he'd tried to prepare a lot in terms of defense on the ground, but I also knew that he hadn't done any proper formal Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training. So I wanted to have a stand-up fight and have some cool moments so I could display some of my kung fu. But at the same time, if he was going to take me down, or I got the chance to take him down, I wanted to keep him in that element and try and see if I could get a finish. And without revealing too much, it was definitely clear that he'd already figured that thing out, because of course he has a tons of footage to go through from my channel, and he knew that I had an advantage on the ground. So he was not focused on trying to submit me or anything. He was entirely focused on getting back up, and he watched a lot of tutorials and tried to train some situations with training partners. And yeah,
Indeed.
it was definitely difficult for me to hold on to. Perhaps if I'd trained more of the ground game, but my level on the ground is still relatively white belt level. Yeah.
Oh, you're getting there. We all started as a white belt in something. The important thing is you get a little bit of dirt on that belt, you start getting a bit better and better every time.
Yeah, for sure.
But definitely, that was something I noticed during the entire contest. Like you two to the ground, you had no issue trying to keep it there. He kind of had a reluctance. It seemed like he was very he was issuing the stand up hey, I don't want anything down there, man. Nope.
Absolutely.
Here, I'll take my ass kicking upstairs, but not there, man.
Yeah, for sure. And that was a smart move on his part. Good strategy.
Ooh, would have messed up hardcore grappling you, I tell yous.
What was that?
Ooh, he would have messed up hardcore grappling with you, I tell yous.
Yeah.
Major bad. Major bad.
Yeah, like my submission game is pretty decent, I'd say. Yeah, I have 4 or 5 submissions, particularly 3, which I can pose a threat with. Yeah, but what's more lacking is both my takedown abilities and my ability to pass the guard if it's against an experienced guy on the ground. But once I'm in that element, if it's someone who hasn't done a lot of ground training, then I can definitely pose a big threat. And also in terms of strategy, I don't think it was his strategy. I think it came down to a little bit of lack of experience, because he's a lifelong martial artist as well as myself, but he's done sparring, but he hasn't had an amateur fight before. And his mistake, I think, was not closing the distance more.
Yeah.
So he was out of range a lot of times, and also I believe he didn't use combinations as much, so it was more easy for me to tell when he was delivering a kick where I was able to step back and get out of range. And yeah, so I think that was part of it, but he landed some low kicks and I could tell he had a lot of power in those. I was also limping just a little bit in the final round, and I think that was partially those kicks, and also I think I had a nerve injury a while back, and that returned there. Yeah.
Yikes. That's not bueno.
Nah.
No.
Good thing I was fine actually. Just the day after, I was walking just fine. So yeah.
But yeah, that was something I noticed the entire time during all 3 rounds as well. The first round, Simon seemed a little more willing to kind of try and close distance, but he had a hard time putting together combos. It seemed like he was just trying to throw one strike, and then he just became predictable. You were able to pick him apart just left and right. It was very well played.
Thanks.
Not a problem.
Yeah. And I also think what played in my favor was that neither of us were pressure fighters, and I think I've gotten better at striking in close range, but with the uppercuts and
Mhm.
stuff, and trying to react and pivot and create an angle and get out of the corner. But it's still something that's challenging for me when I face like a skilled pressure fighter. And Simon Dam is definitely a skilled fighter, just not that experienced. So I was definitely much more comfortable when I found out that he, like myself, likes to strike from a distance and
Yeah,
stayed a lot of kicking range, because that's definitely my element. So yeah, and
I mean, it was
but
definitely an interesting style versus style thing right there because, like I said, don't want to sound too biased, but whenever I hear karate fighter, I always think, okay, we got karate combat style thing going on. This is gonna be good. Who strikes first? Who counter strikes better? And just seeing him it seemed like he was snake bit, dare I say, dragon bit. But definitely, you put on quite the performance. And like I mentioned earlier, the way that you strike is not very much like, just like the 1, 2, 5, 6. Like you put together combos in such a masterful way. It's like I said, a ballet of violence, pretty much. Not saying
thanks,
you're a violent person. You're actually quite the sweetheart, if I could be honest.
thanks.
Not a problem.
Yeah, there's a lot of friendly people in martial arts. Also, some people who are not so much, but there's a lot of good people in martial arts. And I think for a lot of people, martial arts has been a way for them to let go of aggression, so they become peaceful. Because it's always about that yin and yang balance. For me, it's been more the opposite, because I've always been peaceful. So martial arts has been more about learning to assert myself and also find that inner aggression, because we all have all of those aspects in our personality. It's just a matter of whether you're able to strike a balance between the yin and the yang.
That's actually a really good point. Like, you never really hear about the people that are nice guys that train martial arts to kind of become more like assertive, more like, dare I say, aggressive. But it's
Mm-hmm.
not a bad habit to get into because I've known quite a few people that are nice guys that, they just let it build up, and then they finally just have a snap, just like, the tea kettle has just been boiling over too much and just like the mess happens.
Yeah.
It's better off to just get that aggression out, get that steam out. And what better way than hitting your best friends with
Yeah.
sparring, of course. Or,
Yeah.
battle axe. Battle axe always helps too.
I didn't catch that last part. What was that?
It always helps if you have the sparring equipment or battle axe. Battle axes always help as well. That's actually become a
For
new
sure.
trend in the States. Like a lot of people are into like throwing the axes or hatchets. So every time I see those, I'm like, oh man, now I want to do that. Dang.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I had like a sparring version of those, so I could do some safe sparring with those. That would definitely be cool. Maybe at some point. But for now, I only got those to train with.
Hey, it could be the next video. That'd be kind
Yeah,
of a cool one.
once I get that equipment. But yeah, I've got a lot of different stuff. Like, for instance, I did a sparring video with these
Ah,
versus one another, and this is like, I don't know if you recognize this one.
that one I'm not familiar with.
This
But
is also a more rare weapon. It's called deer horn knives,
mhm.
and pretty much this is polypropylene material, so it's relatively safe for sparring. You have to be very careful with these pointy parts, especially with the face and the eyes.
Yeah.
But so if this was a real version, this part would be sharp, the
Hmm.
blade here. This would be sharp. Of course, the point would be sharp as well as this, and pretty much everything aside from the handle where you're holding it. This would typically be made of wood or something, and yeah, this would be a sharpened blade. And so there's a lot of stuff you can do with this. You can go for the eyes or the throat
Yeah,
or
I know the
something.
throat. Ooh, someone get Bob a Hall's cough drop, and he has got to store one there. No?
And then, yeah, in the sparring video with deer hook knives, use them facing a pair of sai.
Those ones.
And you're familiar with these, I believe. Have you done some training with them?
I've not done a lot of training with them. I have watched a lot of Ninja Turtles when I was a kid, so I used to like always think, dang, Raphael, that's the one I want. Who needs
Yeah.
I don't know. I need the sai. Get dual sais, just kind of flip them around. I hit
Yeah.
my head once or twice with the metal kind, and that was kind of like, all right, I'm gonna put those down for a moment. That was
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a metal pair. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I've got one on the wall, but these are for sparring.
Mhm.
And this is, we touched on that during the podcast, the chat combat episode, but yeah, this is quite practical because this is not supposed to be like a knife or something to cut with. So you don't have to worry about edge alignment and connecting with the sharp part of the blade. This is just like a metal stick.
Kind of like a blunt weapon, yeah.
So yeah, you don't need a lot of skills. But if you connect with a basic strike, then you can just move in to stabbing the throat or something with the prong here, and you can also use it for blocking. Yeah.
Yeah, I find the side to be kind of like the Swiss Army knife of martial art weapons. Yeah, it's like multiple ways which you can use it, offensive and defensively, which is delightful.
Absolutely, and for blocking as well, it can become an extension of the forearm. Yeah.
All right, so now from RENZ to Zen, I got a challenge for you, man. Are you ready for some cyber sparring?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, buddy. Here we go.
Just a moment. I need to. Just a moment.
Let's get this done. All right, you got me beat on that.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready, RENZ.
All right, best out of three. Rock, paper, scissors.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Is that rock? Ah, dang it, you got me.
Is that rock? Yeah.
You got one.
All right.
Rock.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Shoot.
Shoot. Yes!
Oof. That was a karate chop. That's not to count. I concede defeat. You have won best 2 out of 3, my man. But do you win best 3 out of 5? No, I'm just kidding around. I'm kidding. But man,
Okay.
This has been a great talk, my man. I greatly appreciate it. This has been amazing. As always, a pleasure talking to you, Michael.
The pleasure was mine. Thank you.
Not a problem. Travel safely and rock on, buddy.
Yeah, just one more thing. Shout out to my friend Jarl Panseri. Yeah, who's checking this out live on Instagram. Shout out to him.
Yeah, okay, I see it now. The one with the red hat. Okay.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of good work helping the youths, and his hair is actually dark. It's because he has Italian roots, but he's Danish, just like me. Yeah.
Oh, tu sei italiano, sì.
Yeah. And shout out, of course, to a fellow YouTuber, Damien, who has the channel Monkey Fist on YouTube. And he has some excellent content. But if you write Monkey Fist, a lot of weird tutorials which are not from his channel and not martial arts related will pop up, unfortunately. But he has some great content.
Well, I think Monkey Fist, I'm coming for you next. Respectfully, of course. Respectfully. But anyway, I've been RENZ Davis. This has been Michael Zen-Dragon. Thank you guys for checking it out. Most importantly, don't be afraid to hit us up however you need to. Greatly appreciate it again, my man. Travel safely. Rock on. Oh, yeah, there we go.